Many people learn many different languages for many different reasons, and the Welsh language is indeed part of that. But unlike Irish, English, French, if you know how to read the language, you can pretty much speak it because it's written almost entirely how it sounds. It's phonetic. So I'm Benjamin, and in this video, I'm going to show you really some easy steps so you can get into reading Welsh right away. Maybe you're not in Wales, maybe you are in Wales, but if you can read the language, you can get fluent eventually. Each language which has an alphabet uses that slightly differently, Welsh included. So let's get into how we pronounce that. Beginning with the vowels, Welsh has 7 vowels compared to English 5. Those 7 vowels are A. The A is always A, never A like in make. Tad, father. E. I is always pronounced E, except I'll explain that in this video. O, always like Spanish no. Never like odd or sod or nod, never like that. E, which in some dialects more in the north, it's pronounced E. This letter is called E bedol, and more in the south it's E like the letter I there, which is called E dot, the I. Oo, and then Y has 2 different sounds. So in this word, to take, cymryd, the first vowel is and the second is E, cymryd. And that's how it is. The initial vowel is more of an like an empty sound. And then it's higher up E, like double E more or less. But like the word will be, beathe, this is pronounced like E, beathe, right? And so this one, if there's just one Y in the word, if it's a single syllable word, you do kind of have to learn them case by case, but it's more often than not E. And then these can all be elongated. You just add what's called a toe bach, an accent at the top. Like pal is ball. And you'll see these for every one of them. Oo, like soon. The W does change sounds as well, but I need to mention that later on in this video because it's to do with certain consonants. E for the Y. T, house. Okay? 2 consonants. So with these consonants, all of these are pronounced the same as English. D, H, L, M, N, P, S, T. And then C and G, we always pronounce them hard. K and G. Yeah? So you don't have to worry about those. You only need to worry about these letters here. And you'll notice quite a few of them are 2 letters. In Welsh, these are 1 letter, each of these. So cha, chwara, to play. Okay, double D and TH. This is really easy to explain. So in English, path and gather. These two TH sounds are entirely different. Feather, that's thick. But wrath, that's light. In Welsh, you cannot mix the two. We even have different letters. They're so different. Double D is the thick, like in gather or feather. TH is like path or wrath. Okay? One F is like a V, va. 2 F's like fenester. That STR at the end is like strong or strings, but coming at the end of the word. double F, two Fs, like riff raff. Riff raff. The ng, it's a nasal E, and the G is kind of pronounced at the end of that. Double L, you're just going to have to learn how to pronounce this with practice and hearing it. Some people say it's like put your tongue up to the top of your mouth and then blow out. Llaeth, llester, llenyddiaeth. But I say just listen to Radio Cymru. There are a few videos on how to pronounce it. Just practice it. That's the only way you're ever going to get it. PH, the reason why I put it here is because it's its own letter, even though it sounds just like in English pharmacy. It only happens in Welsh at certain instances. Then the two R's here. So the first R is like a trilled R. Arwan. Arwan. It rolls a bit at the flick of the tongue at the top. A bit like the Spanish one, but a bit forward. Then the RH is a breathed one. Ride. Yeah? Ride means a need. Rhinwedd. 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 A virtue. 3. Diphthongs. These are when vowels come together to form a new sound. So AE, AI, and AU are all more or less like the word I, but the AU kind of curves the sound a bit. So AI, and then AU, These are each going to be different in different dialects to a very slight degree. But just for broad reference, it sounds sort of like I. Then AW is just like ow, my finger, ow. I pinched my finger, ow. IU and YU are sort of like U, but a bit of lingering on the Y sound, U. EY and EU are both A, but the EU, the U at the end kind of curves it, makes it a bit tangy, A, more in the north that. EW is like and U pronounced very quickly, ew, ew. And then OE, OI, and OU are all pronounced like boy, 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 right? And then OE, this is sort of like oo and e, but it's not quite a sound that's found in English. Those two are kind of mushed together, ooey. Think of like an egg yolk feeling in the mouth, ooey, because this word literally means egg, ooey. 4. You need to know about the separation mark. It's not an accent. When you see Welsh words with two dots over them, that's not an umlaut. That's a separation mark. So look at this. Gweddïo. Normally, if that was without that, it'd be gweddïo. The I would form a ya sound. So what it's doing is it's separating the two vowels. Shut or closed is caeedig. Here it's showing where the diphthong is. It's kai. Edig is the ending. Troedig. Troedig means twisted or perverted. But if it didn't have the separation mark, digio means to get angry. Rodio, to stroll. That ya sound, right? Minyogi. It doesn't always just come at the end of the word. Minyogi, to sharpen. Novia, to swim. But this ya sound doesn't just attach to O. Like you have ya and you. Noviai. Noviai. I will swim. Noviuni. We will swim. And you see that silent F at the end of noviai. I will swim. That brings us to the silent F. 5. The silent F. It's more subtle than silent. F at the end of words is either silent or very, very gentle. Ara, slow. Ara. Cyntaf. You'll often hear people gently pronouncing this one, but you don't have to. Many people don't. Cyntaf. But then you have the conjugation of prepositions like ohona vi. Ah, I pronounced it, didn't I? That's because in the speaker's ear it sounds like V, meaning me. So when it's conjugated, you usually would pronounce it. But at the end of words, like muya, most, you don't pronounce it. 6. GW. How many words that are native to the English language, that have not been borrowed in from another language, can you think of that have this sound, gwa, in them? Let me know down in the comments. So here's the W sound that I mentioned earlier. Glad, meaning country. Glad. It's there, but it's very short, and it almost sounds like just GL. Almost. It's a faint hesitation. You barely notice. Glad. Or glebe. Glebe is wet. But if it's not an L, then you might have a vowel after it. It'd be gwell. Gwell is better. Or you have a tobach on top of it, like in gwyl. So the W draws out. Gwyl. Gwybod. Gwybod. To know a fact or a thing. It's fairly straightforward. 7. H and r-aken. The accent. Where is it, rather? It's on the penultimate syllable. So, cysylltiad. Benthyg. If there's only 2 syllables on the first. But there's an exception to this. When there's a H followed by vowels in the word. So just a quick example. Parhai. Parhai. The H means that the emphasis is in the second position, which is not usual in Welsh. But it shows you there. The H leads the way. Glanhau. Glanhau. It's not always AU. Crynhoi, to summarize. Crynhoi. 8. Just a quick note, every now and then in Welsh we use a hyphen to separate more than one letter that would otherwise create another letter in Welsh if they were beside each other, because we have double letters, like double D. Cyd ddigwyddiad. So we can't put 2 D's together, because then it would be a different letter in Welsh. So cyd ddigwyddiad, to tell us that both of the sounds are D's. Cyd ddigwyddiad, a coincidence. Number 9. Shh. For the sound. Shh. SI creates a sh sound, which you can also write this SH, usually if it comes at the end of a word, like the infamous cooch, a nice snuggling embrace. Ceisio, to try. Ceisio. Ceisio. Lleisio. Lleisio. So this is the one example in which that IO does not create a yo at the end. It creates sho. But it's not always toward the end of the word, like chocolate. Chocolate for chocolate. A channel. The channel. Tennis could have im channel. YouTube. Osgolch dda. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. We also get the ch sound in loanwords. We've created a new letter combination, TSI, ch, influenced by sh. So chine is a anglicization of chain. We have cadween, our own word, which is used more often, but chine. Those are the major rules that you need to know to be able to pronounce written Welsh on a page, basically. And once you do that, you can look up words in a dictionary and gradually, slowly teach Welsh to yourself. If you have the drive, you can get there yourself. And diolch yn fawr am wylio. Thank you very much.